of people with their arms raised to you, smiling.
Oh my.
And you're making sure they're taken care of.
Oh, beautiful. Is that part of that being that aeon?
Yes, he says you have a great white light. It shines from your head. He can see it floating and running through you, through your head. It's coming up. He's showing me a picture.
What is that white light? Is that connected to Source then?
Yes, it's a sphere. It's a sphere that connects you to him and you to everyone else.
Oh my. Does he mind me asking these questions?
He says he knows you'll ask questions. It's okay.
Okay. Well, you just said sphere. So there's this thing called the Sphere Alliance going on now on the planet. I guess I'm connected to that Sphere Alliance.
He says that's the council you sit on. That's the council where you sit, he says.
Oh, understood. And so that means the blue avian.
Yes. Yes, you wear blue. You wear a blue uniform. It's, he's showing me a picture. You're in a blue uniform and it's long, like kind of like a dress, but not. You have pants on as well.
Like a tunic.
Yes, a long tunic.
Okay.
You wear glasses. You have gray hair. He laughs. He laughs.
And that's me on this council, huh?
Yes, he said, this is you and you're very wise, he said. He says, people like to listen to what you have to say, and you have many new ideas.
Beautiful. So we're discussing what's going on the planet. Because you're letting me know now, and I'm really grateful, and I feel so blessed to have this opportunity. But I keep blocking my memory. Why do I block my memory?
He says because you don't fully believe in your capability. That's why you keep asking for reassurance. He says you have to believe in yourself because you are greatness. He said you are great things, many things, he said. You can be many things to help people.
Well, what do I do to reinforce my belief? I know it's because of this physical body, is it not?
Yes. He says you ask questions because you have a direct connection to him. And you're very inquisitive and curious, he said. You've always been curious, he said. He says, but you have to know in your heart who you are. He said it's okay to ask questions.
I think when I ask questions though, and when I get answers, it helps everyone who listens though, does that not?
Yes, it helps to educate the people that need to be woken up. There's so many that are still sleeping. And he says, I cannot be the one to wake them. You must wake them, he said.
I must wake them, or we must wake them.
Yes, we all must wake. He says the awoken must wake those that are still sleeping.
That's one of the reasons why I wrote the 20 books. And
he says because you want to educate. He says you do many great things for humankind. He says writing is one of your many talents. He says you're very gifted in many ways.
I can heal myself too, can't I?
Yes, he says you can. You just have to believe in yourself.
Understood.
Believe in yourself as you believe in me, as I believe in you. It's a circle, he said.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I am so appreciative in this moment of everything. Of course, I always have questions. How is she doing? Is she okay right now?
She's fine.
Is Dominique okay to still be in the session now?
She's peaceful. She's fine. She's doing well. She's doing better than she thought she would.
Amazing. So the looking left, right helps tremendously, huh?
Yes, she was resistant at first, thinking too much about it, about making her eyes go that direction.
Okay. But success.
Yes.
We're very happy, very happy. Is there anything else that they would like to share with Dominique right now? Anything at all? Especially in terms of her future and her career.
Follow your heart. You can do anything you want as long as you help people and love them. You're an artist, but you also heal. You can do many things at once as long as you help and you teach people how to love the way you love. And you can teach them by showing them. And in turn they will learn to trust themselves and everyone else and you and the message that I would like to give to everyone.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And with Isabella, Elaine, and Mia, is there any messages for them maybe that you'd like to share?
I'm very happy about them. They're sweet and kind and good. They're all good things in this world. They're happy.
Beautiful. If a mom would ever want to hear anything, she definitely would want to hear that. Very good.
He says I worry too much about them, about being a parent. He says they've been with me all this time. They're my companions, like my children. He said that's why he sent them here with me, because we're connected.
Oh, very good. Very, very good. And if she had a desire to connect with the higher up or with Source, what would you suggest she do?
He says to continue to believe in me, to meditate, to connect with me, with the higher source. And then you can feel me all around you and running through you. And in that way you're infinite. That no sorrow can hurt you if you are connected with me.
Oh, Beautiful. And what do they foresee in this lifetime with the planet Earth? I know we're on this council and we're making all these decisions. How is that all working out right now?
He says the goal is to awaken, and you're talking with others to awaken them. You're talking on the council to decide who you will awaken next. He said there's big power that's working, man-made power, but it's tumbling. He said it's tumbling. That you have to awaken everyone. He says the power will no longer be powerful. He says I'm the only power there is.
Yes.
He says each one of you has the power to bring me here into your lives so you can see me with open eyes and not just feel me, but you can see me.
And those powers, the powers on the planet, that we created those powers with the illusion of separation.
He said man's greed and dislike for each other has created these walls between each other. He says we fight and we quarrel. He says we only hurt ourselves.
Is not this physical universe, was it created for us to have the choice to choose and or to experience what it's like to not be?
He says everything we experience is on ourselves, whether it's a happy life or one of sorrow or misery. He says the choices we make determine what life we'll live here on earth. He says I cannot tell you, I can only guide you.
And the shift that's taking place is, have we learned all that we really have needed to learn from this existence? Or we move this shift, is that shift taking us back to connection with that source, with source?
He says this shift is coming like a tidal wave. The powers are tumbling down at our feet, and they're amazed. Man is amazed and confused that such powers could fall. He says the shift is coming, and that makes him happy.
Beautiful. And in our lifetime, is it not?
Yes, yes. He says while the earth is still what we call the earth, he says the earth will never die. He calls it our home. He says this is what you think the earth is. You think it's ending. He says if you know me, then you know that's not correct. He says you will live eternally. He says we are just balls of light. We're energy. We can never die. Our bodies die. Our earth may die, but we will never die. He said we are infinite.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We are so appreciative for that beautiful message. Is there anything else that, is there?
Isabella's laughing. I can hear her laughing. She says you ask too many questions.
Okay, we won't ask anymore. But you know how I am.
She says I know. She says I know how you are, and you know how you are. She says she thinks it's funny.
Because I'm her, aren't I?
Yes.
And that's exactly how she is, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm just representing then, aren't I?
Yes.
Awesomeness. Isabel, I love you. Augustine, I love you. Source, I love you. We love you. Okay, we've had our fill. Um, we've had our fill. And just like I always say, if there's anything else that they'd like to share, of course, I have more questions, but I'll save it for the next time. And
he says he comes to us in our dreams. And if we want to dream when we're awake, then we know how to do that. He says, by sitting in silence and reflecting onto ourselves, we can dream while we're awake and be joined with him. We're always joined with him.
Understood. What about channeling? I'm channeling when I'm writing, aren't I?
Yes, he says he guides you.
Do they see me channeling to help people?
Yes, he says your words will help many. We'll let them know that there's others out there that are like them, that are like you.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. We want to thank you all for all the information and all the love that you've given us. I believe I've answered all of the questions that you had. And I mean, we got so much more, and we're really blessed, and we feel amazing for this connection. So we want to float and drift away from the scene, leaving them there to continue on their eternal journey. We feel so blessed that they come to us in this way. And I guess there's no reason to go into any other past lives or anything like that. I think we've gotten our earful. Now let's drift away from the scene. Now I'm asking the subconscious to recede to where it belongs, with much love and thanks for the help and information that has been giving Dominique and Hank today. I know she is going to really appreciate it, and I want all the entities from the other lives and the other dimensions that we were speaking to recede to where they belong, with much love and thanks for the information they've given us. And we remember that what we were watching are from the past and from the other dimensions, and we only bring them forward as a curiosity to learn from, to have information to help in the very best way we possibly can.